cut the music. Cut the music. I'm very upset right now. I don't know if it has something to do with my jersey. I don't know. I'm gonna switch everything up next Sunday though, because we lost 2 games in a row. But we'll talk about that later. We'll get to that. First of all, you know what? I apologize. I'm upset. I gotta do this again. YouTube! What's going on, man?
My bad.
It's your boy, Numbers Fan Jay. Week 3 is complete. Well, for the most part. We got a Monday night game tonight with the Bears and the Redskins.
It's your boy.
Bears fan in the house.
Woo!
I'm filming from a remote location.
Your boy.
But anyway, so start off with some news. Antonio Brown was released a couple days ago. Apparently he was sending threatening messages to his accuser. Don't know how true that is or not. Just a little bit. I don't know. I don't like to talk about that a lot, but anyway, Kyle Allen got the start for the Panthers in the Cardinals game. Coming into the week, I was 8-7. I'm 8-7 so far this week. Came in the week 20-10-1. So doing pretty good on my picks. 7 teams are undefeated right now. 7 teams are winless. The rest are in between. But it's Victory Monday, man. It's Victory Monday. My team didn't get the dub. If your team got the dub, congratulations. But I don't care because it's not my team. But anyway. So starting off with the Titans at Jaguars. I got this pick wrong. The Jags had 9 sacks and Tennessee has 0. So once again, there are questions about the D-line. When they signed Cameron Wake, a lot of people thought that they were going to be better when it comes to rushing the passer, and they weren't. They haven't been so far. We talked about Leonard Fournette. I called him out. Several analysts called him out. He broke off a 69-yard run to seal the game for the Jaguars. Gardner Minshew played unbelievable. Who the heck is this guy? Nobody knows. Got that pick wrong. I picked the Titans. So they won that. The Jaguars won that game 7-20. Next game, Lions at Eagles. I also got this one wrong. This is 27-24 Lions. I picked the Eagles. I said that if the Eagles could stop the run and control that game that way, then they'll be able to win. Well, that was the case, but the Eagles just 100-yard kick return. Just a few things that weren't points of emphasis, I guess. They also lost 2 fumbles. Their run defense held up. They only allowed 86 yards, but they just lacked in every other area pretty much. So Eagles lost that game. Lions are still undefeated, 2-0-1. I guess they don't have any losses. So moving on, Jets at Patriots, 14-30. The Patriots came out with the dub, of course, still undefeated. I don't know who the heck made the Patriots schedule, because looking at their next 4 weeks, you're like, they could really go like 8-0. It's crazy. But the funny part about this game, quick short story. I'm texting a couple of my friends about football as always, and we're looking at the scores, looking at a few highlights during. This is Sunday while the game is going on, and they're like, "Yep, Brady's sitting down." I'm like, "It'd be funny if they brought him back in," and of course they brought him back in. Because the backup quarterback threw a pick 6, so they brought him back in to wrap up the game. But just funny to me. Patriots still undefeated. Next game, Raiders at Vikings. Vikings won that 14-34. I got this pick right as well. Dalvin Cook went for 110 yards and a touchdown. He also tallied on 4 catches for 33 yards. The Raiders offense scored just 14 points. We talked about them being kind of methodical on offense, not being able to get a rhythm. Another game where they just can't seem to score. So Vikings won that one. Also, the Vikings ran for 211 yards this game. So we talked about the Raiders' run defense being pretty good. Didn't really show up this game. Josh Jacobs only ran for 44 yards as well. So just bad all over for the Raiders. Ravens at Chiefs, game of the week. As we talked about, this game lived up to the hype. But this game pretty much just showed that everything that I've said about the Chiefs so far is correct. Their offense is great, and their defense sucks. They only showed up for one quarter again, but that one quarter, yet again, was enough. It's just like my friend called him Steph Mahomes. So, you know how Steph Curry can get hot in one quarter, and it could just break the game open. The Chiefs' offense is the same way. If Patrick Mahomes gets going, and it's specifically the second quarter, if he gets going, it's pretty much no way you're going to catch up because that's just how they score. But before the 41-yard run by Damian Williams, the Chiefs' offense ran for under 100 yards. So that would be a point of emphasis for them to look at. I know Patrick Mahomes is doing his thing, but later in the year, when it gets cold outside, you can't throw the ball as well. You're going to have to run at some point. So we'll see. Mark Ingram ran for 103 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 catches, 32 yards. Looked fantastic. He was my favorite player in this game, to be honest. Not Lamar, not Patrick Mahomes, but Mark Ingram. So flags also played a big part. I believe the refs were nervous. They threw a bunch of flags that we couldn't see it on the replay. It's like, what are they calling here? Is there a hold? I don't see a hold. Is there a late hit? I don't see a late hit. It just the refs were as nervous as the players were. So it only goes to show you that everybody's human. But moving on, Falcons at Colts, 24-27. Colts won this game. I predicted the Colts to win. Lamonte, I told you, man, Jacoby Brissett is the truth. This man outplayed Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan threw for 304 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Jacoby Brissett threw for 310 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. The Colts' first field goal hit off the upright. It was unbelievable. It hit off the upright, but it went in. So that was huge because they only won by 3 points. So the Colts were held to 79 yards rushing. We talked about them having a great rushing attack. The Falcons did a great job limiting them, but they couldn't stop Jacoby Brissett. So it was just like he was just throwing it to everybody. But Atlanta also had 16 penalties. That can't be overlooked. 16, like there were 16 flags thrown on your team. That's terrible. The coach is the first person they're interviewing after this game because that is ridiculous. But no franchise has a better record versus a single opponent than the Colts do versus the Falcons. They have now won 15 out of 17 games that they've played. Just a fun fact. Broncos at Packers. I told y'all the Packers were undefeated versus the Broncos at home. They are still undefeated, and they are still undefeated in the season. The Packers are 3-0. So, great all around for the Packers. They won that game 16-27. They controlled it from start to finish. The Broncos ran for 149 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, that kind of needs to be touched up a bit if you're Green Bay. But Denver's 3 turnovers really just put the game away for Green Bay. They pretty much gave this one up. It seemed like every time they were getting something going, they would turn the ball over again. Give Green Bay's credit. Give Green Bay's defense a lot of credit for this. Dolphins at Cowboys, predictable. But the second quarter was the best quarter that the Dolphins have had all season. They played 12 quarters of football. This is the only quarter that they've won. The second quarter of the Dolphins at Cowboys game, they won it quarter 3-0. So let's just clap it up for them. Just clap it up for them real quick. Yeah. But they play the Chargers next week, so we know that's another. They lost their game 6-31. Bengals at Bills. This one really surprised me. I thought the Bengals would be able to pull out a win. The Bills defense showed up. The Bengals offense did not. That's pretty much how this game went. The Bengals had 4 turnovers. Only ran for 67 yards. The Bills ran for 175 yards. And their defense just looked great overall. Josh Allen is looking much better than he did last year. So, a lot of positives for the Bills. They're playing the Patriots next week, so 250 teams. Who could have predicted that at this point? But Bills get the win. Giants at Buccaneers. Giants won this game. I predicted this correctly. Daniel Jones played phenomenal in his debut. 1-0 for the young quarterback. The Buccaneers blew a 28-10 halftime lead. Matt Gay missed a 34-yard game-time field goal. Game-winning field goal, actually. Daniel Jones' stat line, 336 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 fumbles, so he does have to secure the ball a little better. Amazing day for the young quarterback. Go-ahead touchdown with 1 minute and 17 seconds left. Gotta be excited if you're a Giants fan. Next game, Panthers at Cardinals. I picked the Cardinals. Didn't know Kyle Allen would come out and play like that. 261 yards, 4 touchdowns. He was hitting every one of his weapons. He had 1 fumble in that. Really his only blemish. He outperformed Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick. Murray threw 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 173 yards, 69 rushing yards. Christian McCaffrey is having another year. 153 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. Allen was just using all the weapons. He was using Greg Olsen. He was using Curtis Samuel. He was using DJ Moore. Everybody got the ball, and the Panthers were really excited about this guy. So, Steelers at 49ers. 20-24 49ers pulled out the dub. In a close game that looked very sloppy for them offensively, especially in the first half. They turned it over 5 times, and the Steelers just couldn't seem to turn it into points. Mason Rudolph didn't look good in the first half. The last time 49ers went 3-0 was 1998. I was born in 97. That's only a year after that. That year they went 12-4. They won in the wild card round and lost in the divisional round. So just a fun fact. I have them doing the same this year, but we'll see. Next game, Saints at Seahawks. I picked the Seahawks. They did not win this game at home. Tough loss. They did not show up. Teddy Bridgewater with 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. He did exactly what he needed to do. But I believe the Saints won this game off defense and special teams. Even though they allowed 27 points, they scored on defense and they scored on special teams. So that was enough to get them a 6-point win, 27-33. Next game, Texans at Chargers. I don't even want to talk about this game. We blew a 17-7 lead. I don't know what to say about this. It's ridiculous. Like, it seems like every week we're in a close game. I told y'all it was going to be close. They like to give us a heart attack every year. But I don't know. I don't know what stat to bring up. I don't know. We lost. We lost. I'm not going to wear this jersey when I'm watching the game next week. It's official. I'm changing jerseys to watch the game. I believe I watched the first game of the season in my powder blue, so why not do it again? But I don't know. We'll see, man. It's kind of depressing. But anyway, Rams at Browns. This is all about the Rams defense. They won the matchup that I told you guys about with Odell and Jarvis versus Marcus Peters and Akeem Talib. Neither one of them went over 100 yards. Neither one of them had a great game. It's that simple. David Njoku was on IR. So I don't think the Browns are even gonna make the playoffs this year. I mean, that is what it is. Bears at Redskins tonight. Before we go, I am 8-7 so far. Before we go, you know we gotta flip the M to a dub. So we got the 3 dubs. Who? So starting with who? Who's going to sign AB? They said there are several teams interested in signing AB. I personally don't care as long as the Chargers don't sign him. I'm fine. I don't want to deal with him at all. Moving on to what? What is Jalen Ramsey going to do if the Jazz continue to win football games? Like, let's say if they win 3 games in a row, is he still gonna want to be traded? I don't know. They say winning is the answer to everything. So we'll see. And finally, why do the Chargers keep playing for Sison? I hope I'm saying his last name right. I really don't care because he sucks. This is our second corner. And sparingly playing Jerry Tillery, our first round draft pick. We drafted this guy to finish building our D-line the right way, and he barely gets any snaps. I cannot explain to you how frustrating that is. Coming into every game, we're seeing the starting lineup, and I'm like, where is Jerry Tillery? I don't care that he's missed training camp. I don't care that he's missed preseason games. We drafted him to play as a starter because we don't have a good defensive tackle. It's that simple. But also, before I go, brother, would you please enter the video? Gotta make room here.
Woo! Yeah.
It's my brother Dante. Y'all be seeing a lot of this guy, especially in basketball season. He's a basketball guy. You want to tell us a little bit about you?
It's your boy. Let's get that out of the way. That's it.
That's it.
I'm gonna tell. That's it. Just wait for it.
Well, who was your favorite football team?
Let's be real, bro. You know it's Chicago Bears, bro. I don't know why you play. Hold on, y'all must be playing with your boy. Hold on, let me show y'all something. Put that right here, fool.
So, this man, Chicago, everything with this man.
We winning tonight.
The Bears, the Bulls.
Be real, son. The Cubs, man. You know the shit is real, bro.
Yeah.
We straight Bears. We animals.
But major shout out to this guy right here. He helped me set up this whole scene. This is all him. But thank y'all for watching, man.
It's your boy.
It's your boy. And it's your boy.
It's your boy.
We out of here.
I'm a fan, Jack. Can't complain. Fuck out of here, man. What you talking about?
The Colts were held. Get it out. You back. You come back here because I forgot. This man owed me a rematch. Don't ever race against this guy, but I can race against this guy because I've been doing it for a while. This man beat me by .01 seconds. I want my rematch.